I could say, man, you know, when I lost, one point when I lost my grandmother back in high school, it was a real low point for me and my whole family. You know, I didn't do therapy then, you know, because you're young and everything like that. But I mean, I go to therapy now. I still talk about her death, how it affected my family. You know, she was like the rock of the family. She moved us down here from Ohio. You know, better opportunities for the whole family. You know, it was just hard, man. I talked to my uncle a lot, talked to my mother a lot, my friends. It's just, you know, without opening up to people and really just speaking my mind and how it made me feel, I probably would have been in a real dark space, but I just eventually just opened up, man. Couldn't hold it in, I was blowing up on people. My girlfriend at the time in high school, you know, I was on the basketball team, I wasn't focused on the team. And, you know, I just started talking to my teammates, coaching, my parents, with my mom, and my friends, man, just opening up, giving my, you know, my feelings, cried. You know, we talking out to cry and be tough, man, but I just had to let it out. So through tears, you know, long nights, sports, friends, you know, I got out of the hole I was in, you know. So that's it.
I guess we can go from adolescent, right, before 18, and I would say, for me, finding out that the people who were raising me at the time were not my biological family. So finding out my mother wasn't my real mom, and how that impacted me, not just in my everyday life, but what that did to my psyche. You know, for 11 years thinking that my stepmom was my real mom, and then finding out that this isn't your mom. And then you have to deal with whatever situation she has going on too, once you find out who your real mom is. So that situation growing up, man, it really was detrimental to me, and it growing my identity, because I felt like it was built on lies, right? In the Bible it says you build your house on the sand, it'll go away or whatever. And so I felt like who I was built on sand, but that wasn't true. That was just a social construct that I had seen that was perpetuated amongst our communities, right? You're not raised by your real mom, or you're not raised by your real dad, But before we came to these Americas, it was okay for uncle or aunt to come in and raise a kid, or some other sibling, or some other person to come in and raise that kid. But it really played with my consciousness, growing up, because I was like, damn, my real mom's addicted to drugs, and that, my whole family up north is bugged out, and I'm down here living this good life in Florida. And I've dealt with that a lot. Like my brother said, therapy helped out a lot with that. My family, I come from a not so traditional black family where we use therapy.
We're gonna circle back to that, because I'm very interested in talking about that.
And I got to go through some of that, and that really helped me out. Really kind of stared me, whatever way I'm gonna say that. It directed me to where I wanted, where my family wanted to go. That's my point.
I was really sitting trying to think I got a few.
It's a lot.
We could be here tonight, right?
We could be tonight.
I know we got other topics, so I ain't gonna jump into that one. But I'll say, like my brother said too, my grandmother. I always call her my nodding lady. If y'all wonder why I be napping all the time, because her could be right next to the chair right now, and she just be knocking. And always, even if I'm just right next to her, right then and there, it's just I feel just free. So when I lost her, that took care of it. I still got a picture in the car, right there. So every day I'm looking at that, still thinking about her. It sent me in another level. And I was going through other stuff around too. And it's she taught me, if y'all ever hear me say out here living, or always living my life doing what I'm doing, I got a lot from her. Just look at her, because Old lady, you think grandma, you think old lady and stuff. My grandma was in New York streets, still waking up early in the morning. She going to play her numbers, not the lotto, like the real New York numbers.
The real numbers.
Yeah, she going to play her numbers every morning. Matter of fact, when the World Trade Center happened, I thank the Most High for them numbers, because if she didn't go play those numbers, she works at the building that's right there too, and then she missed her train to get to work that day. So I thank God for them. But yeah, she dealing with it. Like, it's funny because my mom actually brought this up the other day. We had to talk about it, and she didn't know I was still hurting by it. But I'm not one to speak up a lot about her. Like, I was zoned out, doing my own world, and I started working hard on my projects, doing this, doing that. Like you said, finding outlets. I press shirts, I do photography, I might just go out walking. Don't even tell them I'm going out walking, just taking pictures of random things, or it could be my phone, my camera, or linking with people going out, drinking. Shoot, even we bring the females in this, looking around with this female, that female, and not even caring. And that, in a sense, felt like I was losing myself a little bit, especially after getting out of a relationship. The longest relationship, the actual only relationship that did hurt me. So it was a little couple things just going around, so I just started grinding. I got my LLC, got a business going, jumping off 2 businesses, so I was like, I guess some things I need for your growth to give you that extra push. Yeah, I think that was cause it's still a tight situation for me. It's hard to talk about, but with us here right here,
still fresh.
Yeah, it's still fresh to me. Like, I went to New York this past on July 4th, and see just her not sitting in that chair. It was like hard. I didn't even want to go in the same, in the apartment. So, but I was like, that's fine. I was like, I know she's still around and she's happy right now. So she wanted me to keep living and doing stuff like this. We finding new outlets, changing the narrative, keep pushing. So.
All right, Eric.
Man.
I said yesterday he had one.
Right. He said, I'm gonna say something. I know we ain't all that old, but I feel like I'm old. So, one of the lowest periods in my life was like when I was like, if I could put it into words, I felt like I woke up inside of myself. Like I woke up, like I rised in myself. Like, okay, I gotta be a man now. Like right now, I was fresh out the not even fresh out the Army. I switched components over, so I had a whole bunch of time now, still being affiliated with the Army, and they think it's family. That is a family culture, and they serious about it. So they drill it into you so much. It's like, okay, I want a family. All right, what the kids? Let's go ahead and get this going. Plus, the Army give you more money for a family, so it was like, give me my family. You know what I'm saying? So I got myself into some situations where I met a whole woman that was 12 years older than me. So at this time period, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I was infantry, so it's cool. It's like I can do all this, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? And when I got with her, I liked her so much, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't have nobody, for a whole nother reason, I really didn't have nobody around that I really trust like that. She was helping. She, you know what I'm saying, really helped out in life. So I was like, got to the point I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? I could kick it with her for a while, you know what I'm saying? Right, you know what I'm saying? Years went on, she was like, you want to get married? She asked me. Like, I put it on God, she asked me, and I was like, yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? That shit was a Saturday morning, I'll never forget. I was married that Tuesday after that. We was married for 4 years, but as it went on, like that really happened to me, you know what I'm saying? And I've been 21 years old, I'm married. When I thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna be with this woman, you know what I'm saying? I realized that she had 3 kids at that time period, and I'm sitting there looking, and I'm like, with all, like every type of warrior inside of me, I'm thinking to myself like, am I a lame nigga for running away from a woman that has this many kids, or am I strong for being able to deal with a woman with this type of situation? To myself, talking to myself, and many people around me, I was like, I'm strong. I can handle all this.
That's a crack in consciousness.
I can do this. I can do this. And
I kept telling myself I could do it, I could do it, I can do it until it didn't happen, until the marriage completely crumbled. Not nothing of my fault, you know what I'm saying? But there was certain things about her that she was 12 years older than me. There was like 12 years of baggage before me that there's nothing I could do about it. It didn't matter how Superman I was, how dedicated I was, how much money I threw at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that time period, like, I did so much. Like, I got her out of a foreclosure, you know what I'm saying, with her house. Like, I went above and beyond. Like, her oldest son still call me Pop to this day, and our age difference is it's less than what we and her had, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying, it's weird for me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of that was weird for me until the day that it crumbled. Like, I got a divorce. Like, I contested that divorce 3 different times. The day that I got a divorce, you know what I'm saying, everything happened. That next week, I had to realize I just had a 5-bedroom house. I just had 3 cars in the driveway. I had my own basketball goal, you know what I'm saying, my own grill outside, everything from 21, 22, 23, 24. I had all of that for myself. I'm back on the east side. I got an apartment and one of my cars.
Yeah.
One. When I had 2. How did this happen? I woke up and I just, it ain't right, but I drank a lot of alcohol. I got a palate so refined right now for alcohol is ridiculous. I can tell you the difference between everything. I drank that fucking much, and I wasn't supposed to. I wasn't supposed to, but I did. And by the grace of God, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel like throwing up today. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm gonna go do something else. I was like, you fucked up. It's done. It's over with. You lost all of that. Are you gonna go get it again? That day was the lowest day because I realized I'm starting all the way to fuck back over again. I'm sitting there, I got nothing. I got some rims in my room. I got everything a bachelor's supposed to have at that moment. Some rims in my room, my bed, and some clothes and some J's, and that's it. That's all my apartment had because that's all I had from that relationship after that.
You had a lot more though.
Oh, I had a hell of a lot
You
more.
had a whole lot more.
But I had to give it up. So that was like really that was the lowest day, you know what I'm saying? That was my lowest day. And the only thing I could do during that time period, and thank God I was still in the Army, I just dove into anything that kind of made sense. Oh, working out makes sense. Oh, hey, they say, oh, go back to school. I took some college classes. I was keeping my schedule was so jam-packed. I didn't have time to fucking masturbate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to sleep and I was like, damn, I should have did that shit last night, but I gotta go, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go right now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even had time to do that. The time wore on and I was like, you know what? That time wore on and I was like, all right, man, I don't even feel like doing this. I don't want to take these classes, you know what I'm saying? I kind of started freeing up my schedule and I was like, you know what? I just needed that time. I just needed to keep myself going. Like you said, focus, you know what I'm saying? Just keep you focused during that time period, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was, you know what I'm saying? That was the lowest period.
Yeah. Yo, so just hearing y'all. Yeah.
But I was raised totally different than that though. So like when we talking about grandmas, right? My grandma Annabelle, like she raised me. Like my dad was there, my stepmom was there, but my grandma was putting the work in, right? Making sure I understood things, making sure I built character, making sure that I knew the difference between a lie and the truth, right? Because that's real. Like a lot of kids don't understand that, the lie and the truth stuff. So like once you get those fundamental things installed in somebody, then you teach them how to be vulnerable. Right? Mm-hmm. Then you teach them how to be able to sit in a room full of men and be like, yo, I cry sometimes. You feel me? Like, and it's therapeutic for me. I write. Like, sometimes I rap. I ain't even good at rapping. Right? Anyway, it's just a release, but then you get in circles like this and then you really be transparent about who you are, right? You really connect with your feminine energy. And that's what the black women are missing from us. Because everybody gotta come in here and act like they somebody who they ain't, and that really ain't the truth. We can all come in here and act like we are exactly who we are. And if you're a little feminine, be a little feminine. If you're heavily masculine, be heavily masculine. But what the black woman is wanting, well, I think what women, I don't wanna like, cause I hate to do the black and white, I'd say humanity thing, right? If we talking about our women, is they're missing that feminine part from us because we've been going through life, especially since the 20s and, you know, a little before that,
right now,
we have to be providers. We have to be strong. So if I tell you like, yo, fam, I cried this morning, just think about this opportunity, y'all. Some other brothers would be like, that's weak as fuck, and I'm like, it ain't though, cause I'm grateful. I'm giving back to Mother Nature, right? I'm giving back to her, and I'm just grateful. So that's what I think. If we had a black woman, I think that's what she'd say. Like, yo, be more in touch with your feminine energy. Like, not like super close with it, but just be where you can grab it every once in a while and be like, be vulnerable to it. And my grandma taught me that. My grandma taught me that at a young age. She taught me two things: be vulnerable and be a god. The God thing first.
You know, man, I ain't have my mom or my dad, but I grew up with both my grandparents. Like my granddad was in there, and that nigga was lost in that fucking house. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's the toughest old man. I don't understand how like skin and bone and shit is that old. Like, you know what I'm saying? He break shit, get it back together. I'm like, did you go to the hospital? No, I don't need no hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, granddad tough. You know what I'm saying? And I was getting ready to go back. I was when I went to Iraq. I came home from R&R, and I was getting ready to go back, and there was a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, going through my head. Like, oh man, I just beat death one time. Like, am I about to go do this again? And I couldn't help it. Started tearing up, you know what I'm saying, tears running down my face, but I'm just like, I can't, oh man, damn, my granddad is taking me back. Like, fuck, why are you in the car? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm super emotional. My granddad, like, just the way I was born, he pulled over to racetrack, didn't get me no cottonelle tissue, nothing. He went and got them brown napkins from the goddamn bar, you know what I'm saying? He came back, you know what I'm saying, and he gave me this shit, and he was like, do what you gotta do, and come back. And that shit, like, really, it was so, I couldn't do nothing but just appreciate that, because it was like, at this time period, you know what I'm saying, I'm releasing emotions that are not gonna help me right now, at this moment, you know what I'm saying? At that moment, it was time for me to be hard. I had to go back in and just do that shit. And no cottonelle, no nothing, just, hey, take this napkin, wipe your face, and go do this shit. And that was all I needed. That was all I needed. I didn't need to be in touch, you know what I'm saying? To get a girl to be able to understand why a man is masculine and what makes him masculine and why that feels good for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that we're equal at all. I believe we complement each other like yin and yang. You know what I'm saying?
But that part, you're missing the part, right? In that part, your granddaddy was showing some feminine, right?
But it was just enough for me.
Just enough.
It wasn't for the world. It wasn't for people like, oh, you gotta be this much feminine. You gotta wear this. You know what I'm saying? That feminine, it was there, but it wasn't in no. I gotta wear pink or I gotta do all this outward stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was just here. I understand. I understand.
To me, man, it's like an ego thing. It's like, sometimes my ego is too deep into the masculine side, where it's like, you know, you gotta be your own way, because that's what you see and that's what you taught, and that's like the old way of doing things. But when I had my daughter, man, it just made me open up to like, you gotta be softer. Like even Jay-Z said it in that one song, you got a daughter, you gotta be softer.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the fact.
So it's the balance, like even with your granddad, it was a hard way, hard tissue, hard napkin. But there's a way to get it out.
That's the way to get it out.
So once we let go of our ego, and your ego don't have to be the most dominant thing sometimes, because sometimes you might be at a low point, you might be feeling down, and your woman might be the strongest person in the time, like, okay, this is what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. But you know, sometimes you gotta let it go, let her build you up, or let anybody build you up, you feel me? So like whatever you said you was going through, you did, you said it was enough for you. And that was you putting your ego to the side instead of saying,
And most
that ain't how it's supposed to go.
Most of us, no cap, most of us probably wouldn't even took the shit. Like the napkin. Like most of us, and we've been like straight up.
Man,
I'm straight, man. I'm straight.
napkin was
Like,
cold
but
and
I'm
shit
saying,
right there.
that's what I'm saying.
I took that napkin, I was like, God damn.
We would have been an opportunity.
God damn, thank
There's
you.
the opportunity. I appreciate you, granddaddy, for bringing this hard ass brown napkin.
Yep.
Right, but in another, and that's what I'm getting to. That's what the black woman is looking for you to take that napkin sometimes, but not keep that motherfucker. Because what a lot of us do is we keep that shit, right? Instead of going out and getting some cottonelle or something. You know what I'm saying? Something where we can really wipe our face where it ain't scratching us up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta exfoliate at the end of that shit. That's what the woman's looking for.
I mean, I guess if I was trying to communicate a problem that I had, I just, no one wants a lot of people pitch match. So if you go up, your octave go up, they octave go up, and next thing you know, you can't communicate, you know what I'm saying? And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you to understand where I'm coming from. And I don't like to take away the option for somebody. You don't have to like what I'm saying, but I need to communicate with you, to let you know, like, okay, this is not what I like. Please stop doing this. Right. But if you continue, if I blow up, you know why. Right. It wasn't like I came out of the blue, because I don't think it's gonna be no relationship where you just in harmony at all time. Y'all gonna be mad at each other. Somebody gonna do something, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's what you do after that. How you tell them after that. Somebody like to play jokes all the time, and you like, look, don't touch my hats no more. You know what I'm saying? I know it wasn't a lot of money, it was $40, but don't touch that hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do it again, it's like, look, can we talk? Can we talk in a safe space? You know what I'm saying? I try to make it, we're both happy at this moment before I deliver this bomb on you, like, took my shit no more. I love you though. I keep
like, I can play with your rules, but know that I'm standing here in integrity. Right? I already wrote the situation down. I identified where I was wrong at. And now and if you can't identify where you're wrong at, then I'll just tell you, well, when you stepped on my shoe, you really scuffed it and you fractured my toe. That's what happened. It's fact. Now, I don't know what happened and why you did it, but I know that's what happened. And then that's when we come back. And I think for me, it helps in my relationships. It actually like kind of changed my life doing it like that, because normally I just get pissed like, yo, you know how much I paid for these J's, fam? Like, now you gotta come out my pocket. Now you gotta come out your pocket and reimburse me. Or, yo, you look through my phone, baby girl. Now I gotta come at you, right? When it ain't even that deep.
So you create that safe space, analyze the situation, and then go and play instead of, because you already know yourself.
I already know myself. I'm gonna get high. I got a 4-year-old little girl named Layla. So I have to really approach life differently, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, if somebody yell at her the wrong way and she come to me like that, you either gotta fight me or you gotta shoot me. And either one of those ain't great for you or whoever, right? I did 10 years in the Marine Corps. I can do a little things, and then the gun, well, I can make anything done, right? But if you disrespect her, you don't give her the opportunity to be who she is, and now you messing with me. And I think that's for all of us brothers in here. And that's for any sister too, not just my little girl. Mm-hmm. But I think we have to create that space for people, man, so they don't feel like you coming against them, and I think you can get to a better place. I mean, that ain't for everybody, but I'm telling you right now, I'm a high-headed. I've been one, it's a reason why I went and joined the Marine Corps and joined the infantry, is because I was a high-head. I like to do it.
I understand.
So, like, for me to sit here and be like, yo, I come to a place and I analyze it, and I put people in a safe space, and I work in integrity with myself. And then when you come and you're like, oh, this brother already operating in integrity, like, if I come in here lying, damn, this ain't gonna go well for nobody. Mm-hmm. But that's one of my ways. That's my most important way of handling stuff.
I'll be honest, because it's crazy, because I seen a post on Facebook the other day. And it said, a female actually posted it. what it said, the best compliment you can receive by a man is if he vents to you.
Yeah.
And I was really looking. They made me look for a minute. I didn't respond to it. I didn't do nothing. I was like, I don't even remember the last time I actually vented to somebody like for real.
Right.
And me and my ex, it's been a couple of years now. We spoke and we did our stuff, but it was like everyday stuff. We were doing stuff around the house and doing whatever, and it's random something pops up. You know, we talk about it, whatever, or we'll do an activity, we'll go out and do something. But we always had something that kept the conversation flowing. It's never just like, oh, we sit down talking right now. Let's get everything out right now. I think that was one of the things that, because we both held back in our situations. And I think that's one of the things that we could have done better on both sides. Like actually sit down and talk to each other, and instead of going on the floor or holding it in a little bit. Because me, one of my releases is music. Like I love music, just period. And that's my way to get lost. That's like my free zone. Like you could literally feel every emotion through music without having nobody around, without needing nobody else right there. Whatever. You got your Bluetooth, you got your headphones, or you just in a whole other zone. Like I call my car myself. I call my car my time machine. Because I sit in the car, like you pull up to the house after you get back from I just sit, let the music ride, and you be taking all kind of thoughts.
The 80s, the 90s.
All kind of thoughts just going in. That's why my playlist, it range, it go everywhere. Like even my list, I got one playlist called Chill Shit, and I got one that called Time Machine. So right when I'm in the car, that's if I want to be in a certain mood. But yeah, music take me everywhere.
Like
so I be feeling, yeah. I haven't been in a long time. I'll be honest. Honest with that. It's been a long. So that's why I definitely appreciate this. When Bryant came about it, I was like, oh, we gonna get a lot off our chest. I was like, I feel.
That's the point. That's the point.
I say something that worked for me with communicating with a significant other. I can just use my kid's mom as an example. We have meetings, man. Like you said, sit down and talk. We have meetings. So if something's bothering us, we don't speak on it when it's bothering us, because that's when everything come out wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we write it down. Like you said, you're a writer. We both write it down, or use the phone or whatever. Then we come together and we talk. So a lot of the problems, like you said, men and women are yin and yang, but you gotta just understand the person that you're communicating with. So like I know she feisty, you know what I'm saying? She feisty. So when she talking, her level might come up, but I make sure mine stays the same because that's who she is. I don't want to change who she is. When you try to change somebody, that's when they get real bad. But then they not even gonna talk about what's written down. It's like, nigga, you know who I am. Like, that's a whole other thing. So she might get a little loud. That's the way she communicates. The way I communicate is like this. I'm like, okay, cool. I heard you. Now this is what I got to say. Now if it's the same topic and she feels some way and I feel a different way, then that's fine. But a lot of people try to, I'm right. We both right, because that's how we feel. So now we just going to agree to disagree, and then you let it go. That's how you feel. So if this come up again, I need to be thinking about, if I do this is how she going to feel. It's not going to be bad, and vice versa. Then we can just stay away from the shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good way.
So we sit down and have meetings.
That's a good way.
It works for us.
That's a good way.
We sit down, we have our meetings, we talk.
But you said it's all about, you know what I'm saying, who you talk to. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta know that.
Like, you're right. If you don't know who you talking to, you gonna fail every time. Every time.
You gotta just study it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trial by ear, you know?
Not to cut you off, it's big what you said. I tell people that all the time. We can communicate all day, but if you not comprehending what I'm saying,
right,
I'm not comprehending what you saying,
Right.
and that's why they say communication key. No, that's comprehension.
That's being able to understand.
We can hear each other all day.
I saw this meme. It was about women, and it said basically, like, you want to be able to do stuff for your woman before she asks for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think if you take that component in any relationship, like me and you, right? So if I study you enough, I understand that you like to drink your water out of that type of water bottle. So when I see you next time, I'll be like, I bring that, and then you say, well, this really ain't the water bottle that I like. this is really the one. So then you just keep studying, right? So by the fourth or fifth time, now I got your water bottle that you love to drink out of, and you said this brother here is on his shit, right? And if you do that for the female, and I'm just saying using the water bottle, but I'm saying anything in general, if you use that for her, if you get to know her, and she don't have to ask for what she really needs, not wants, right? Because we get wrapped around this one shit. If we get around her needs,
get complacent.
Yeah, we get around the needs, everything else takes care of itself.
So she gonna, what I learned is, it's gonna be a statement and a question. So she gonna tell you what she want, and then if you don't pick up, then she gonna ask you. Yeah. So you going, if you just listen, you gonna get it. It's a statement and a question. That's how they talk. They be like, man, I can really use a massage. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And then it's gonna be like, you think you can give me a massage? And by the time we get to there, you like, by the time they get there, you like, fuck. She like, this again, listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I'll be mad.
Oh, you pay that bill this month?
Right. Yep. Yeah, the cable due next week.
Yep.
And then it's like, just do it.
Just do it.
You heard
it. And then a week later, it's like,
now you gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, no, go ahead, make it point.
I was gonna say, just on being able to communicate with your girl, I've always, and people hate this. I hate every girl I've ever been with. She hate it until she understands where I'm at with it. Like being able to communicate with your girl, like sitting back looking at Valentine's Day, I'd be like, bruh, if you gotta go above and beyond on February 14th, you just screwed all of the rest of the 364 days. Like I try to, you know what I'm saying? And really, I'm the one that I may forget some stuff, but I'm on it every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? That one day, you know what I'm saying? Like, baby, I got memory issues, you already know this, but every day I'm on it. I'm gonna make you feel special when ain't nobody else feeling special. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody mama ain't out, everybody girl ain't out right now. It's just you and me in this room, the penthouse, and we eating good, you know what I'm saying?
It's a tight situation.
It's a tight situation.
But it depends on who you dealing with, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say girls that deal with me, you know what I'm saying? I just be like, babes, this ain't what it is, but guess what? We're gonna buy you some shit tomorrow.
What type of relationship would we have, like, as men, and I heard his lyrics in the song, he said he wanted to treat his girl like, no, Jaden Smith said, he said he wanted to treat his girl like it was Valentine's Day in the summer, right? That's how you want to treat his girl. Do you know how much you gotta love that broad to treat her? It's February, it's summer, and late June, May time. There's months apart. Like, you still showing this type of love to her? Think about if we showed that to each other. Like, I want to love you, and no homo shit, right? I want to love you like, no, I'm just saying. You gotta be with her. You gotta let me know. No homo shit. It's all good, man.
If you are a phobic,
yeah, I ain't a go, but I'm just saying. But if I really loved you like this month, like it was February, like, right? Like, what would you feel? And then what could you give to somebody else? Like, if I loved you like it was February and then you left here, like, what kind of love you gonna show to somebody else that you meet? You ain't gonna have words for it.
I go back to, you can take it down in smaller detail. We go back down to just us. Say y'all are sitting on the couch and I'm walking by. Originally, well, even back then, y'all probably mugging me or I'm mugging y'all as we walking by or whatever. But it go back, like, you see, especially, men of color and stuff. You see us coming up. Oh, what up, King?
What up, King?
What up? Just even on just walking by. Like you said, we could have been talking about our low points.
Right.
We've been having a bad day. Ain't nobody said nothing to us.
No.
And one person come up, oh, what up, King? That King, just hearing those words might uplift you right now. You know what? I am a king.